It's new in the shop. Well, we got this DC motor, couple DC drives. Tried to hook those up on Sunday. Maybe I messed around with them on Saturday a little bit. Managed to blow the fuses because shortcuts. This is shop stuff. This is used stuff, and part of it because it is used. There's some dip switches inside these controls that have been changed. So I didn't go through the instructions to see where the factory settings are. Tried to do a shortcut. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes that's one of the things in business as far as sometimes you hit a lucky break, things work out. So I was messing around with this DC motor, and actually there's a gearbox to go with the DC motor. This stuff accumulated basically with the idea of creating a welding positioner, which that became something to explore because with that axle and that hub, it needs a weld buildup. And was thinking about spray welding, which is also known as cold welding, which meant getting out this UTP spray welding setup as well as a Smith. Acquired those years ago. Didn't know much about it. Never really used them. Ended up with a random bottle of powder. Not exactly the right thing for what we're doing. Did some research. There's not much information online. There's a Victor video that's semi-instructional but very dated and very surface level. But I did pick up a couple great pointers in terms of just putting a light dusting on a part and then heating it up till you see it go shiny. You know you're getting to the right temperature, which is a little bit different than using a temp stick. No one in any videos I've seen has used a infrared thermometer, which I'm curious how well that would work and if there's a reason people haven't been using them. So that's a curiosity of mine. And yeah, so waiting for a quote on some powder, which I think is going to be powder that would work well. Not sure with the Canada Post strike if that's going to back up couriers because there's all kinds of extra stuff going through the mail with Christmas coming up. So lots of curveballs always. And sold the transformer on the weekend. So that means when the forklift came in, got turned back around. So I was selling this transformer. It was a little commission sale. It wasn't actually anything that belonged to the shop. It was something we had stored here. And it was great as far as it was taking up space. It wasn't exactly something we were going to use. And freed up some space, created some capital, allows us to have a little bit more time for planning, for working ahead. Haven't been doing a whole lot lately on the business model canvas. Went to the library at Mount Allison yesterday and found a Seth Godin book on marketing, which is interesting because it was some of the ideas in there were instead of thinking about having clients or customers, think about having students in terms of the people that want to get somewhere, how you're going to help hold their hand to get to that place. And thinking about it in the really virtuous teacher, mentor, someone would have reverential feelings in terms of feeling of awe, feeling of connection, support. So developing that kind of feeling where someone would see, oh, I'm the student of this company, these creators, because having a corporate image in the sense of some nameless, faceless entity, I want to really bring up all these positive emotions. So that's where this student mentor aspect was really powerful. So that's one thing that came up in this book. There were a few other ones. I was reading a little bit more today, but really want to get back to the business model canvas. But when I was looking at it, a lot of things, it just felt like there were pieces missing. So this book's getting me inspired to circle back and really examine more what things we can do to serve people. Oh, one of the other things in the book was, what are we about? Not what thing can we convince people to buy, or we make this thing, therefore people should buy it. But it's really about asking how we can be of best service ever, so it's just easy for people to make the decision to buy, because it's improving their life, it's helping them out in a really genuine, authentic way. So there was just different ways of saying the same things that I've been thinking about for a long time, and it was really great to read a little bit here and there. Sit in the Mount Allison Library in the sunshine yesterday, and also could make a lot of excuses about not having done a little vlog on, I don't know if we missed Thursday, Friday. Thought about doing one on the weekend, and then the bench top, it was just a mess. There were wires for these things, and just things thrown together, tools lying around, paint that I'd scraped off a couple things was flaked all over the workbench. So you can see now, I'm happy with that level of cleanliness. And just keeping our sails up in terms of being ready when the wind gusts, that the sails are up on the ship and it's ready to move. So doing the little things we can, staying positive, staying optimistic, recognizing when thinking in a rut, and yeah, there's just little things, just watching the cash flow, watching the little details, keep an eye on the big picture as well. So until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, and if you want to subscribe, subscribe. But if you don't, it's all good. And this has been really fun practicing. It's been nice making these videos just for me, even if no one ever watches. Time well spent right here, right now, in this moment, refining the process, moving away from the ums and the ahs, being more conscious of sharing a message, going deep within to find something of value. That's all I got.